It was on this board too. And we talk about this subject with many industries all over the country. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think we've ever had an instance in which this made the whiteboard. And I don't know who said it. If you did, stand up. Good. You have to be persuasive. It's the Pacquiao example, right? Freddie's going to get Manny to do things Manny wouldn't normally do. Now, I'm going to ask this question. Think about that coach or that teacher or that parent. Did you always do what they told you to do? No. Of course not. You know? You didn't want to, and you didn't think you needed it or what, so you didn't do it. And you had to be persuaded. Sometimes it was by the Marine yelling at you. Sometimes it was by your mom using whatever Jedi mom tricks that mom has. Yeah. There are so many of them. And it could have been going to get that. She went to get that on me a couple times too. But they found ways to persuade you to take the action that you needed to take in your best interest. And if you think about all human beings, all humans take action, and this is the key to sales. All human beings take action as a means to an end. Since you got up this morning, y'all came here because, I mean, I know y'all were excited about us coming, but y'all came here because Verizon gonna fire you if you don't. But you wouldn't be here. You'd be with a lesser company, let's say. It's a means to, everything you've done all day is a means to an end. Okay, now, here's where sales really comes in. You tie this in. Purchasing anything or taking any action at all is also a means to an end. Okay? The more challenging the action, so the more challenging the means is, the more challenging thing that the coach or teacher or salesperson asks you to do, right? The more challenging the means, the higher priority the end needs to be. Does that make sense? So what I want to do in any kind of sales, but especially in yours, where yours is all about influence, you've got to influence these individuals at store level to take action. I have to try to find ways to tie my product or program directly to their priority. And I think sometimes we all do this. We ask questions and we learn, and then we switch. It's like Christmas. We ask questions and learn. It's like, okay, now I can deliver my value proposition. Yay! I suffered through questions and answering. Right? I even listened a little bit. They talked. It was amazing. It was awesome. Yay, me. And then I go right into my value proposition, no matter whatever it is. Here are the features of my product. And listen, even benefits. If you're practicing strict feature benefit selling, you're not doing enough. Feature and benefit doesn't get you where you need to get. It's about tying the benefits of the product or the program to the priority of the person. Because the benefit can be great, but if they don't value the benefit in any way, if they haven't prioritized the benefit in their life, it doesn't matter how awesome it is. They're not going to be moved by it. So what I try to do, especially in your business, and we spent some time studying it, you guys have a challenge that is unique to other organizations and other jobs. It really is. You're already selling a lifestyle more than you're selling a product. Okay? And you've got individuals that in many cases, and it's but in some cases, those individuals may not be tied directly to the bottom line success of the store or the company. You know, is a zone manager tied into Walmart's or quarterly earnings? Yes, but no. Yeah. I've got to find ways to figure out what their priority is and tie my product and my program to their priority, and sometimes that's personal. You know, it may be trying to get sales in that zone or that category or that store up, or it may be trying to get that individual promotion. That individual's priority might be to get the heck out of that particular area, right, after 2 months and move on somewhere else. Well, if I can find ways to tie my products and services to their promotion or their whatever their goal is, even if they leave, I'm going to be successful with them, and I'll do the next thing for the one behind. It's really being a consultant or being a coach is about understanding what your priority is. Manny Pacquiao wants to win that fight. Manny Pacquiao, probably more than Floyd Mayweather, wants to win that fight. And I don't say it as a shot at Floyd. Floyd's never lost. So Floyd doesn't understand the difference between one. Floyd wants all of them the same because he never lost one before. Manny wants to win that fight, and I promise y'all, Freddie Roach is in Manny's ear talking about, you do this or you'll lose this fight. You do this and you have a chance to win this fight. Manny is popping that priority, popping that priority, popping that priority. We all mentioned our coaches, and I'm not share too much, I'm running out of time, I'm going to give it to Adam. But my coach that I envisioned, was my grandfather, he was a boxing trainer. He came here from Sicily, he immigrated from Sicily as a fighter. Okay, he came here with nothing, he and his wife. And he built a life as a boxer and then a boxing trainer. I grew up in boxing. I was awesome at boxing, except my hands were slow and light, I had bad footwork, my eye had coordination. Other than that, I was awesome. Most of this nose y'all looking at is really just scar tissue. I wasn't born this way. Okay, I got hit a lot. Okay, but I watched him do the same thing with his fighters. He would have quiet moments with them, and most of the time, it was, even though it was a professional fight, he trained Olympians, he trained a couple of champions, pro champions, he trained innumerable Golden Glove winners. And most of the time when he was having a conversation with one of his fighters about this fight and what they were going to do and how they were going to train, it was about the personal part of it. What are your personal priorities? What do you want to get? Is it for your family, or what is it? If it's, listen, sometimes it was, I know I'm going to lose this fight, but I got a family and I don't want to get hurt. And I don't want my career to end. I need to fight after this fight is over. So we need to make sure my career is not over. And so my grandfather would spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours working on defense. You ain't going to win this fight, but I'm not going to get you hurt. We're going to go 10 rounds, and you're going to lose in a decision, and you're going to fight again in 3 months. So all we're going to do is we're going to defense. Because that's what that individual needed in his best interest to get done his priority. So if you figure out what their priorities are, then I can chase it.